Hi, good Sunday morning. Here we are in Kat's Cooking Kitchen, and I found a yummy sounding banana bread recipe. But it's easier to give away if you make it mini muffins. I'm kind of I would call myself a mini muffin queen. If I can make it in a mini muffin pan, that's what I do, because I share all this bad food I'm not supposed to eat with friends and family and everyone, I guess. So today we're going to take a banana bread recipe and we're going to turn it into a banana muffin recipe. Hold on a second, phone's ringing. Sorry about that, y'all. Hubby was just calling me to tell me he was on his way home from running errands. He is such a good guy. So let's get started with our recipe. And I'm going to move you so you can see what I'm doing now. Okay, here we go. You can have, it says 5 large bananas, 5 to 6. I'm using 4 because I think 4 large bananas are going to be enough. I may come to regret that decision, but it's my decision. I'm going to stand with it for now. I went to make this video the other day, and as a matter of fact, I did do a video on this the other day, and let me tell you, the muffins were good. Nothing wrong with them exactly, but I knew something wasn't tasting quite right. And so I went and got my recipe I was using, and I forgot to put in the sugar. So if you're trying to stay low sugar, other than bananas are carby, but you had 3/4 cup less sugar in that recipe, and I'm adding mini chocolate chips to them. Now see, we just take our banana. I'll show you what I should have showed you this, what the skin looked like. I buy bananas until they get looking like this. Get speckled or freckled, however you want to call it. And then they mash up pretty good. You want them kind of soft. But getting back to what I did the other day, my bananas, the skin was darker, but they were a lot more firm than that. And I think it made for a little bit runnier muffin. There was nothing wrong with them. They were cooked done, everything. They were fine. So now, to our 4 smashed bananas, we're going to add in our sugar, 1 room temperature egg. Ooh, I lost part of my egg. Okay. Let me see. There we go. That was the thinnest shelled egg that I'd cracked in a while. Okay. And we're also going to add our melted butter and vanilla. And I think, yes, 1 teaspoon vanilla. And to me, that's just a generous capful. I love vanilla flavoring and things. Okay, let me check. Okay. Oh, here it is. Couldn't find my paddle. Okay. Okay, got our paddle on. I'm going to give that a stir. Let that get mixed up really well. Give me a spatula. I try to have everything measured out and ready to save time on the video. This was 1/3 stick melted butter. So while that's mixing up a little bit, let's go over the recipe ingredients. And we have a 1/3 cup butter melted. You set that aside. And then you're going to do, oh, it does say 4 large ripe bananas. Okay. And then 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, room temperature, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1½ cups all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Well, too liquidy to stir that up. Okay, so now I have 1½ cups flour already measured out, but I don't have the, oh, another thing I was going to say. I'd known this trick, I'd read about it before, I'd never used it, and my good friend Deb Fisher, hi Deb, reminded me of this trick. You put a dish rag under your cutting board and it won't move around on you. It's a good tip. So there we go with that. I have my muffin tin sprayed with Pam. I just generously spray it, and then I take a paper towel and just wipe off the top of it. And so it's ready to go. So now we'll add our salt, our baking powder, and our baking soda to our flour, and then we will put that in with our liquid measures. Okay, so we need a teaspoon of baking powder. Or, I mean, this is soda, I'm sorry. This one's baking soda, but they're both the same measurement. Okay, so we put in baking soda. We're going to do another teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. And then just 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to, I just measured that halfway in that one, so we're good. Okay, now mix this around a little bit. Stir those together real well. Now we're going to add it on low. I didn't add very much, as you can see, and it was already, I'm going to use my spatula a little bit. Get that flour mixed in there just a little. See, I'm even spilling it. That could be because I left that guard in my way. Okay. Main thing you want to do is get it mixed up well together. And even though I have this attachment with the rubber on the edges, it's supposed to help keep your sides cleaned off. It does okay, but it doesn't do it perfectly. So here we go. Just wanted to give my hands a quick rinse. A little sticky from the bananas. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything, like the last time. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're just going to add in our 1/2 cup, generous 1/2 cup. I think I'll add just a little bit more. Chocolate and bananas just go so well together. Let's add 3/4 cup total. So we put a 1/2 cup and we added another 1/4 cup for a total of 3/4 cup of the mini semi-sweet chips. And these are going to be so good. I also make a double chocolate chip banana muffin, and that includes some cocoa powder to make the muffin itself chocolate, but today we're not doing that. Just doing a plain old banana. Okay. Oops, gotta let that go. I made these about a week ago, and I don't remember them being this loose, but they probably were. I just don't remember. I've done a lot of things and sleeping since then. So now we're going to bring over our mini muffin tin. And stir that pan real well. Get what's on the sides off of it and get deep into that pan to make sure all the flour and everything got mixed up. And I'm going to use one of my little cookie scoops. Where's my littlest one? Here it is. That is awfully thin. Well, I used 1.5 cups of flour. Okay, we're going to bake them and see what happens. They just seem kind of soupy. But this is a little, I don't know if it's a 1/2 tablespoon measure. Let's see. You can see it fills it up about 3/4 of the way. Here's I'm going to add some water. I'm measuring 1/2 tablespoon. It's a hair over 1/2 tablespoon. So okay, this is how we do it. I'm going to finish filling these up. I'm going to be back as soon as they come out of the oven and let you see how they turned out. Hang on. Hi everybody, welcome back. Our mini muffins are done, as you can see. Of course, there's one missing because Dave got to taste test it. He says they're yummy, and I'm going to try something here. It worked the other time when I did it. Most of them will come out. We'll see. All but 2 of them came out. And there we go. While these were baking, I have a second 24 cup mini muffin tin, and I filled that up with the rest of the batter. They're going to be a little bigger because I had, I don't know, 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of batter left. So anything that wasn't full up to the top, I kind of filled them up. I don't know if they'll bounce out as good or not, but here you go. A little bitty mini muffin, mini banana muffin with chocolate chips. And I'm going to eat 1/2 of one right here in front of you. Oh, look at my hair go crazy. Okay, here we go. Lots of chocolate and banana flavor. These are a keeper. You can even put the mini chips in and bake it as a bread if you want to bake it as a bread. If you want bigger muffins, then just line. I'd probably suggest using paper liners. I'm not sure you'd have to. As you can see, they brown up nicely and they're not They're not real fragile. They're spongy, kind of like a sponge cake, but they're definitely a finger food if you want to do that. So that's what we have for today. I think later in the day, this is about, how is it? Yep, noon. It's noon. And I think later this afternoon, I'm going to make some brookies like I made the other day. Brookie's my name for it because the other name isn't really PG. Anyway, the other day I used chocolate chip cookie dough in the bottom of my 9x13 that you will spray with non-stick cooking spray. And the one I did the other day, you put a pound of chocolate chip cookie dough. I use the prepared stuff from the store because it's faster. You can make your own favorite cookie dough, chocolate chip, whatever. And then I put 24 mint Oreos on the second layer. And on the top layer, I did a brownie mix. Just as the box says. Just make it, pour it over the top of them. Any brownie mix you want. I did a fudge one, and I don't think I'd recommend it. It takes a long time to bake these anyway, and I think that one was a little wasn't as thick as some brownie mixes. I mean, use a dollar box of brownie mix. Pour it over the top, put it in a 350 oven, start watching it about 45 minutes, maybe 40, because some ovens run really hot. But the outside will get really done, and it'll be kind of crunchy, and the inside will stay soft and brownie-like. It's like a brownie cookie. I mean, you can't tell by talking about it, but I'm telling you, these brookies are good. And later today, I'm going to make a lemon one. I'm going to use sugar cookie dough on the bottom, Oreo lemon cookies, and I'm going to use a lemon cake mix and turn it into a brownie mix and put that on top. So you stay tuned for that, because if I don't get to it today, I promise I will tomorrow. But I plan on doing it later this afternoon. So you go out, make it a great day. It is muggy. It is hot. So unless you have to be outside, if you love the heat, you're going to love today. Because if you want to go out and sweat, then you're going to end up doing just that, because it's that hot. And I wanted to show you my newest tie-dye shirt from D&T Plaza, capital D, A-N-D, capital T, Plaza, on Facebook. They sell items on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. Go in, sign up, watch for that. These are t-shirts that they make themselves, but they are buyers, and they have some really cute shirts and stuff, and she's going to have some new leggings. Some of them will be tie-dye leggings. They do a lot of tie-dye shirts that if they make them, they're $12. I mean, we're going to go buy a t-shirt for $12, really. So this is one of them I use. So if you're interested at all, they do ship, but it depends on how far it is, as to how much the fees will be for the shipping. But and they have clearance sales now and then. You just missed one last Monday and Wednesday were clearance sites, but then they have their mega clearance sites where a lot of things, or at least most of the things that they're selling that night, are like $5. So they're cleaning house to make room for more merchandise. And if you can catch one of those, you can clean up for not a lot of money. So if you're interested in clothes, they have sizes from small to 5X. So they've got sizes for everybody, and I never know what sizes are available on what nights, but go give them a look out. And Tammy and Dee Dee, you're my girls. I love my shirts. Dee Dee, I love my cloud shirt. It's all about the cloud shirt and the dragonfly. They made me tie-dye with clouds, and they made me one with dragonflies. So I was a happy girl. All right, you guys go out and make the best day possible. Do what you have to do to be happy. If something's making you miserable, I'm just not sure it's worth it. I know that when you have to work and you have to, feed yourself, your family, whatever, sometimes you're doing a job you really don't like. But do the best at it that you can. Make the best of a bad situation. If you can, right now is a jobs market. If you want to change, if you want to do something else with your life, for Pete's sakes, now's the time to do it. Everybody's hiring. Everybody wants somebody. Waitresses, kitchen help, cooks. Even the factories are dropping some of their regulations and testing to get people in because they are just so far down on needed employees. So if you're telling people you can't find a job, I'm not sure where you live that there aren't any, but there's plenty of them here in Indiana. I'll tell you that. And I see it on the TV news all the time. They just can't get enough help. I mean, businesses are having to close a couple days a week and only be open, 4 or 5 because they don't have enough help to run all the shifts. So get out there and find something and hang out with people that make you happy. So I love all my friends. I love people. I enjoy everybody I meet just about. But if they're a sad sack and everything out of their mouth is boo-hoo this or boo-hoo that, it wears on you. You can love them. You can like them. You can feel for this person, but you don't have to hang around. You don't have to let them bring you down because it does. It wears on you, believe me. And so go out, be happy. That's what I'm doing. I've never been happier in my life than I am right now. Well, I've never been happier. I've been pretty elated when we had our children, and the day I got married, that's kind of a hard day to beat, but you know what I mean. It's just, my life's in a really good spot right now. So I want you guys to have that happiness, that smile on your face. Smile at a stranger. You walk in the store, some people I walk by look like they just, go for my throat if I even smiled at them. I smile at them anyway. It might be the high point of their day. Go out and make somebody's day brighter, okay? See y'all later. Have a good one.